know what time it is. It's VibeTv. Your host, Dark Skin Poppy. Just Jay, Just Jeff, no relation, on the ones and twos and threes and fours. Tonight's guest, 6Ty.
Yo, turn me up, son. What's going on?
What it really do?
What's going on, man?
Bro, what's good, baby?
My God.
Out here, coming live from Jersey out here.
Yo, let me tell you. Coming live from Jersey, bro. Let me tell you. I live here, bro.
I hear that.
Jersey got my heart, but you know what I'm saying. But this where I've been forever. So
When you moved out here?
I probably moved out here 2008, 2007, 2008.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's over 10 years. Yeah, you here now.
I'm here. I went to high school here. Did everything here. So
some shit. Then yeah, you here.
Yeah, this is where I'm from. So you know what I'm saying.
All right, shit, no doubt. So now we was talking earlier. You telling me you was in the service?
Yeah. I was in the military. I did Army first, 4 years. Got out as a specialist corporal, and then I wanted to go join the Air Force because I heard that's where you go to retire and live the good life.
Right, that's what we're trying to do.
5-star meals,
Ooh.
hotels,
Ooh.
all the good, all the women are there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't worried about them now. But that's what I heard.
That's what I did. I don't know who told you, but we heard it though.
Right, that's what I heard. That's it.
All right, so now with all that, how with being in the service and everything, did music come up?
Music was first. Music was definitely first. Military came as a response to me just needing a quick way to get out of, my current situation, what my situation was, and just wanting to see something different, but, not having, the funds to just go and travel and stuff like that. So it was my way of, letting the government use me so that I could use them, go travel, go see the world, and y'all paying me to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it.
That's how you own the situation.
Right.
That's how you own the situation they gave you.
That's a fact. All they did was give me a 6-pack, and I lost it anyway. So
God damn it. They had one job. Keep the 6-pack. That's it.
That's it. I had one job, and I lost it.
And he lost it. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I never had one, so you feel what I'm saying? It's whatever.
It's all good. They still love me. They still love me.
They still love it. That's all right. We out here. They still love it. All right, no doubt. All right, so music came first.
Yes, absolutely.
So your starting music came from what? You said you was in the church choir.
Yeah, I grew up in an adopted family, strong Baptist values, and so we grew up with all my family in the choir singing and stuff like that, and I just got really in tune with just how you could see music move people. You feel me? And especially with gospel music, like if you go to church, they falling out, crying and stuff like that. And I just feel like for something that isn't what you wrote, but you're saying it or singing it, for it to move you in such a way that you have like that you can do that, like that just always stuck with me. And plus, just like I'm very, very big thinker. I like to I can plan and kind of see things coming if I'm studying it long enough. So it kind of got to be a game where, my mother got me sitting at choir rehearsal for 2-3 hours, and I ain't got no coloring books or nothing. So I'm trying to figure out, how am I gonna pass the time? So then I started trying to say, well, if y'all sound like that, if the altist is singing like that, then the soprano should probably sound like that. Before you know it, they asking me, what we sound like, what should we sound like? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if you got people singing, and you got the other group going, then you got the lows going, and before you know it, they was like, yo, and I'm 7, 8 years old, you feel me? So it's just but it just came natural. And so before you know it, I was singing, doing things like that, and then that's how the whole singing thing began. But I fell in love with rap, and then it kind of just, that really what consumed me after that. So, I mean, I've, singing has always been the foundation of where I started to love music, but I fell in love with rap, and that's really how, I've been able to establish myself. A lot of people didn't take me serious at first.
They never do.
More so, not necessarily because I couldn't rap, but because everybody was like, you're a singer. So it kind of got to a point where I went on a hiatus, and I just stuck strictly to rap, where I dropped my first 2 mixtapes was completely bars. I didn't sing anything. If I did, it was little quick notes, and it was always off my laptop, so the production wasn't that good.
Right.
But then everything really came to a head for me probably when I came back from the Army. Once I came back, one of my boys asked me to go to the studio with him and go do a feature because he knew I still was spitting bars, and he kind of at the time he looked up to me, and he just wanted to see if I could give him something of value that he can take with him, and that's where I met my engineer Ro. He was going to Ro at the time, and I was like, yo, I really loved how he made me sound, and so I started going to him on my own. Boom, I wrote a freestyle for my man's out of Newark. His name Isaiah Briscoe. He plays in the NBA, played for Orlando Magic.
Shout out to you.
Shout out Isaiah Briscoe. You feel me? He was at the time the #1 player in the country. He's playing for Roselle Catholic. My man was putting up 1,000 points in a single season.
Damn, can't do that in 2K.
And he only went to like Roselle Catholic like 2 years. So man was already the leading scorer for the school. Wasn't even there the whole time. And so at the time he was getting such a craze, and that kind of made me like I could understand like his drive and how bad he wanted to be successful and how bad he wanted to, humiliate all the people that was doubting him, saying, he thinks he's Kyrie, or he think he could do this and that and the third, and he go out and prove himself every night. And that's kind of how I felt at the time about, me rapping and wanting to be taken serious. It's like I'm busting my ass, and it's like people not taking me serious. And I think even to this day, like I got that freestyle, and Isaiah Briscoe actually retweeted it, ended up getting like 12K, 13K views
Shout out to those
on
numbers.
SoundCloud. So that's when I first realized like I had something, like this was like, it wasn't just like something, that I was playing with. Like I could do something, I could be something with it. So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit, I hear that. It's good to have those people that help you get that motivation, go ahead and kick started.
That's a fact, absolutely.
All right, well, we can dig a little more into that come up.
Yeah, for sure.
Producers is
I feel like I was
on
talking,
our ass.
I feel like I was talking too much, so I was just like,
Listen, no such thing. You get the mic, you do your thing.
I feel you. I respect it.
We'll come back to it though.
No
It's
doubt.
VibeTv. All right, so the music now. So when did you feel as though your career really started moving somewhere?
Honestly, it was very slow, even after the Briscoe shit.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I had gained a whole new confidence. I started pushing a bunch of music. From that point on, road never left my side. Whatever money I had to save up to go get the studio time, I wasn't going to do it at nobody else's house. I was going to row. And then from there, I still was on my, my spit and bar shit. I was really conscious at the time. A lot of J. Cole, heavy J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Nipsey Hussle. Before anybody knew about Nipsey Hussle, for real, R.I.P. the guy. Yo, that's my real big brother figure, for real. And just a lot of like Dom Kennedy, Logic, like a lot of Earl Sweatshirt. Like I was on that type of time. Like,
Okay. So that's a certain type of rappers, you know what I mean, whose
you know what I'm
mindsets is different.
And for real, one of my mans came up to me at the time and was like, yo, there's nobody out here, I feel like, that got the same drive that you do to be successful. But you got to understand that if you really want to make it, you got to be more marketable. And he just meant by that was that I was wasting a talent that I did have, that I was trying so hard not to showcase, because I just didn't want people to think of me as a singer. It was just that at the time I was just like, yo, I associated singers with soft niggas. And it's just like at the time, people, that's exactly what was happening. Like when I just tried to be a singer, people just tried to walk over me, like walk all over me and think that they could talk to me any type of way. And you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't from where I was at. And so, but I was listening to him because I did, like, music is something that I wanted to do. And it was something that's still, obviously, something I still want to do. So it's like, if I do want to get to the next level, I got to be able to make music that people can relate to, and that I can hear people playing on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can listen to a song that's playing right now and say, yo, I got a song for that. Like, if that song playing on the radio, like, there's no reason why my song not playing. Like, because that's how good I think I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? How good I know I am, to be completely honest with you. So that's how I feel about that.
So is that when you started to mix in the singing with the rapping?
Absolutely.
Because we heard the track you sent me. It's a solid combo. And speaking of that, so some track you sent me, it said name what? Tyreek. Who is that?
Oh, okay. So my middle name Tyreek.
Oh, okay. All right.
So Tyreek Me was my whole conscious wave.
Got you.
And at the time, Ro still had he still was stuck on it. So like I'd be telling him, like, because the stuff I sent you is not like completely mixed or mastered yet. So he still sends me stuff sometimes, call me Tyreek. And he's just like, but at the end of the day, I ended up changing my whole persona into 6Ty because it became that whole, you know, kind of more cockier, more feeling myself type of way. Once I got that flow down, that singing and rapping and able to mix it in a way that not only was not too much singing, not, you know, still being able to rap and still being able to kind of say something, but still being marketable. It just kind of just like you couldn't tell me nothing.
You knew when they put that shit together.
I knew that I had it at the time. So I changed my name to 6Ty, and honestly, the real meaning behind it was it's simple. We live in the 610, the 610.
Facts.
So 6 with Ty, you can make it into 60. And what's 6 times 10? You know what I'm saying? 610. 610, 60, 6Ty. It's like literally just a play on words as many times over. And that's really all it was. A lot of people like my favorite color blue. And you see Bane the 6, or everybody think I'm Crip, but I'm not. I don't live that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around it. Like, Bloods was everywhere where I grew up. All my brothers, like in my biological family, because I'm adopted, they're all Bloods. You know what I'm saying? And then my nephew, and I got nephews that's Crip. Shout out Benji Blue. That's my nephew, you know what I'm saying? And my biological family is actually crazy. Like, I moved out here, and I was just getting in contact with my biological family. My oldest brother in my biological family lived in Bethlehem.
Oh, shit.
He came to reach out to me. He was like, yo, I got a son, you know, blah, blah. Blah. A couple times later, I seen him, and I met Benji Blue for the first time. Turned out he's my nephew.
Oh, damn.
So it's crazy. Small world, yo. This is crazy. And me and Benji, we've been cool ever since. So shout out Benji. You know what I'm saying? You ain't shout me out when you was on here. You know
we gonna talk about it.
We're not gonna talk
we ain't
about
hurt. We ain't hurt nothing like that.
That's that light skin syndrome, Benji. It's all good. It's all good. You know I'm gonna see you later.
Y'all got a track together, fire track, by the way.
Oh man, appreciate it.
And no, I've been meaning to ask some of the artists this. So when you're doing a feature with somebody, is there like a certain? Do you feel like you have to bring like more to when you have someone else that you know is fire on your track?
It's funny, honestly. I never feel like I have to like put more of myself. I feel like whenever somebody when somebody asks me to be on a feature, it's because they expect me to bring the best out of them. Like, so I always just come the way I come. It's like sometimes I don't even show up with bars yet. Like I just pull up and I just like I listen to what you got, what you're bringing, and I kind of just from there I see where your energy's at, and then that kind of dictates how I want to approach it. Because sometimes I can't always say what I want to say, because then I mess around and then that's not how you coming, and then it's overshadowing. And I don't never want to overshadow. I want to bring awareness to who I am.
Okay.
I want people to know what I bring to the table. But at the same time, if a song really gonna work, it has to flow.
Facts.
So I feel like I do a very good job of bringing that and still being able to distinguish myself as being, you know, elite. Like when people hear me, they're like, yo, who's that every time?
And you feel that way when you have someone on your track as well as when you go on someone else's track?
Absolutely.
Same kind of, you got to match energies and flows and all that?
And I don't just like let anybody get on my music. Like I really got to fucks with you. Like, cause it was too many times that I want to come up and I was trying to reach out to people and they didn't take me serious. And then once when I found myself and I started gaining that following back and getting people back on the wave, that, you know what I'm saying, that people wanted to be a part of it. And it was just like, nah, you're too late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not a lot of people in my circle. And it's that way for a reason, because I feel like if you really was fucking with me, then you would have been with me as I progressed, trying to help me progress. And the people that's around me now, they're the ones that helped me get to that point. So I wouldn't be here without them. Shout out Freak. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Darwin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my cousin Ezra. Free you. Today, free you. You'll be home soon. And my brothers. My brothers has been everything. Benji, he always been on my corner. And he always tells me I'm a big inspiration for when he wanted to start rapping and stuff like that. So he always tell me, like, you know, I'm one of the only people he trusts. So I'll always respect that about him. And he is a talented ass artist, yo. Benji is talented as hell.
Definitely. We all could agree to that.
I definitely kind of like I see like it running the family. Like no funny shit. Like we got it. It's a couple of people like in my family like that. If they took it serious, like we all really could be deadly. Like, but I'm the one that has the total package. I feel like Benji has the versatility. He can rap on anything, but you know what I'm saying, I can sing and rap. So I can give you R&B, I give you pop, I can give you bars, and give you very, very ferocious bars. And it's always gonna come with a passion because I always got a chip on my shoulder.
Right.
Always got a chip on my shoulder. Freaking, I feel like when it comes to artists in the Valley, there's definitely a lot of talent. and I never want to say like somebody trash or this, that, and the third. Unless you really trash.
Then you gotta be known.
my only gripe that has ever been is that not enough people, recognize me, and to an extent, I feel like I'm the best
In the valley.
in the valley, hands down. I'm honestly probably better than a lot of dudes that's out right now. To be completely honest, like that's relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really like to a point where I'm like, if they are playing, like all it really takes is for whoever heard what they got to hear what I got, and I feel like I would be on right now.
Let's see now. I know they want to start this commercial, but you piqued my interest real quick. So because we talked to a lot of artists,
Right.
and I asked them all, how do you feel about the competition in the valley, this and that? And you probably the first one that stepped up and said, "Yo, nah, I'm that one."
I am. I really feel like I'm that one, and it's like it really come. That's how I rap. Like you saw it, like you hear it. Like I really want people to know there's nothing I can't do. It's like that's how I've always approached.
Tell them.
There's nothing I can't do. Like you feel me? Like if you want bars, you want to go back and forth, then we could do that. And then if some of y'all singers, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to write a song, I got a song for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I can feature on anything because if you need a hook, I got you. If you need a verse, I got you. If you want me to write you a song, I write all my songs.
The pen works.
A lot. There was a couple times that I had to tweak some verses. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple features in my songs, they sound the way they do because I had my hand on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just facts. You know what I'm saying? So I don't play with this music shit at all. The only thing that I necessarily play with is the fact that I don't have the time or resources to just do it full time because it's just me by myself out here as far as like paying my bills and getting my shit done. So I got to do what I got to do to feed me. And then until there's an opportunity where I don't have to work and I can just focus on music full time, then you're going to get even better than what you got right now. And it's already, in my opinion, the best right now.
So what percent you think you're working on right now? After everything you just said, what percent are you working with?
You probably dealing with like 89. You probably dealing with like 89%. And that's like, and I'm still snapping. So like imagine if I just dedicate myself to this full time. It took me a year to come out with this EP that's coming out.
What's it called?
It's called The World of Six. I changed the name a few times, but I ended up with The World of Six because it's literally like the view in my head right now. Like what's going on in my world, in my head right now. Just like how I feel emotionally, how I feel about the competition, how I feel about how hard I had to work to get what I got. While everybody talking about they got this, they got that, but you gotta look at the route that they went to get it. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's no shade on it, cause like honestly, a lot of people people gotta do what they gotta do to survive. Feel me?
Facts.
That wasn't the route I chose because at the end of the day, it's like there's only two ways to go out when you live in that type of lifestyle. Some people make it out, but it's very rare. A lot of people, there's so many people that's talented that's locked up right now, like that probably should be making it, like that should be on, but the lifestyle you chose to live. And it's like, I never want to say that was an excuse as to why I didn't make it. If I didn't make it, it's because, honestly, there wasn't the resources or the people available to hear me. And usually there's people like that where you don't hear them until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? I'm 35 years old. At that point, I have no desire to want to be out here with my pants down, throwing up middle fingers, riding. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Were you 35?
No. No,
I'm about to say,
no,
damn.
I'm saying by the time I'm 35,
Got
that's when
you.
somebody hear you and you're like, man, why you ain't making sooner? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Heard you.
it's a couple people like that. It's like at this point, like you can't get no more fame than being around the valley because it's like yeah, we fuck with you, we know what you capable of, but nobody gonna give you the time of day because you old now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just how it is because that's just how the market works. You got somewhere between 13 and 25-year-old kids and adults. A lot of them now is white, and they want to see, you know what I'm saying, young kids acting crazy, doing stupid shit. And unfortunately, that's why a lot of people don't make it out. Like, you know what I'm saying, because they're not willing to do that. And then the people that do it, they sell their soul, yo. And they never happy, so.
And that's not the route you're trying to take, you know?
Nah.
I feel that. All right, we'll take one more commercial break. You know what time it is. It's VibeTv. once again, Dark Skin Poppy. 6Ty in the
Dark-skinned
fucking
nigga.
building. Let them know. Team Dark Skin's out here in full effect.
Running the damn game, to be honest.
Damn game. They don't even fucking know it.
It's not too late to join either. We don't discriminate.
You don't.
Yeah, we do. I'm just lying.
Yeah, you gotta be dark skinned. That's how kind of how it works. It's in the name.
There's
Whatever.
there's like a cutoff in the brown skin section.
Even one of them little color charts.
Like Bryson Tiller-ish. From Bryson Tiller and beyond is where we consider the dark skins.
Do we consider Bryson? Bryson kind of light.
I like his energy, bro. We claim Bryson.
You kind of look like Bryson Tiller.
You do. My intuition.
Tell me Jeff don't like Bryson Tiller. Whatever. Put in the comments. Laugh about it later
last,
on.
Baby.
Y'all see it.
We
Y'all
ain't
hear
gonna
it.
last, baby. Something tells me.
You know what's sad? We light skinned can't sing. It's just disappointing. That's all you have to do with your life is sing.
Yo, light skin scare me, bro. Let me tell you. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, son. Yo, light skin niggas, their voices should not be as deep as some of their voices be, son. G Herbo sound crazy. Little Bibby and them, like they really. I'll be like, yo, how? Like that's not what I was expecting at all. I'm like, bro, why your voice so deep? Benji, son, why is your voice so damn deep?
That's facts.
What was in the milk y'all was drinking?
You know what's a fucked up? It was a meme my man told me about. He was like, the shit said, light skinned niggas have the best pussy. That shit was so fucked up. I was like, yo, that is just disrespectful. That they out of pocket. It's not even right.
Yeah, but they be going out their way to flame us too, cause I don't know what's up, but some of these dark skinned niggas that I be seeing in the memes, I'm just like, y'all ruining it for everybody.
I feel like nothing but I never been more disrespected by being dark than by another dark skinned person.
It's a fact.
Motherfucker, they don't care.
No,
we
they
don't care. we don't care.
We flame everybody.
Because we know.
Right. And if we find that one blessed person that's darker than you,
It's clips for that.
It's very rare for me. I'm not gonna lie. I got you.
I feel like I'm lighter.
Yeah, you are. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
if I ever find somebody darker than me, like, that's a good day for me.
Yeah, heard that.
Sometimes I don't even want to disrespect him. I just be like, thank you. And he be looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, thank you.
He made your life easier.
Right.
He just made your life live longer.
Next to you, I look like Derrick Rose.
Whew.
So,
Extra light skin.
all right, but we gonna wrap up.
We're gonna wrap up. All right, so let everybody know about the future projects you got coming out.
All right, very easy. The World of Six is dropping probably, to be completely honest, within the next month. I'm looking for a cover artist. Like if somebody does covers, mixtape covers, album covers. If you want your shit to get to the next level with me, I need somebody to bring out an album cover with me so I can drop the music. The music done. I just need the artwork. So anybody that do graphics, anybody that do cover art, send them to me. I need somebody. So, I see somebody.
I might know a guy. I might know a guy.
Whoever made this,
I might know.
You know what I'm saying?
I haven't met this man personally who made it, but I heard about him. I heard he does good work.
I need something like this.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I can make a couple calls, couple people, see
what's
what's
up.
up, see what happens.
I need something like that. So, and once I get a cover art, you guys will get the music. It's 6 tracks. Honestly, it comes from a different place for me. Like if anybody knows, my first real deep project that I like put everything into, like probably took a year to do. It was like almost 15, 20 tracks, I think. It was called EAHS. It was like the initials at my high school that I graduated from. But it was saying Easton already has a story, and it was basically saying like my life going through what I was going through high school and dealing with, confusion, normal teenage vibes, emotions, wanting to be accepted, wanting to deal with things. And then, of course, being who I was, knowing that I wanted to be famous, that like being at the next level is something I wanted. So it was just me just chasing my dreams and encouraging everybody to do the same. So
that project out anywhere?
That's on SoundCloud.
That's on SoundCloud.
That's
okay.
on SoundCloud. And honestly, like I go back and listen to it all the time. A lot of people like that I didn't even know, like you know what I'm saying, was bumping my shit. Was like, yo, every once in a while, I go back and bump EHS. Like,
gotta remind yourself.
That was some real, like, if I make it, like that should have probably blow up.
I heard that one of those. It'll
then,
catch people.
And they'll be like, yo, why didn't he make it sooner? Type of deal. That was the one for me. I think EHS was the one.
I hear that.
But this project definitely is gonna be the commercial one.
Okay.
I think every song on the project, probably like 6-7 songs. Every song on there probably should be on the radio.
Is 3 on that song? I mean, 3's on that.
Yeah, three was that's the statement. That's the statement song.
Yo, get on YouTube. 6Ty 3. Yo,
look it up.
Turn your radios up. All types of crazy.
Turn me up. That's the motto. I say that in just about every song. That actually got a funny story too though. I got
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with Dave Chappelle. I'm a clown, yo. I don't know if you peeped that yet or not.
Couldn't tell. Didn't notice.
I'm a clown, bro. And Dave Chappelle is one of my favorite fucking comedians. And he's actually introduced me, like not me personally, but he's shown me a lot about music and stuff because he used to have a Chappelle show where he would put under like artists and shit like on
I
the
remember
end.
that.
And yo, honestly, that was a huge like reason for my the diversity of my music. Like I was able to listen to so many people because I love comedy and I love music, and Dave Chappelle brought that like for everybody. And like he the reason I listen to John Mayer. Like I love John Mayer. John Mayer is dope, absolutely. And then John Mayer, honestly, mess with him. Then that opened my door to other types of music, and I listen to everything. I listen to country, I listen to rock, I listen to metal, I listen to a little bit of punk, not a lot, cause y'all you death metal people, y'all something wrong with y'all. But yeah, like I listen to everything. I'm a nerd. Like, and when it comes to music, I'm a nerd. We can have a conversation about any genre of music. I promise you, I know what I'm talking about.
It's for everybody. I noticed that throughout life, and I mean, music, don't matter who.
It transcends. It transcends
It don't
race,
have a color.
It
don't have
all
one.
that, yo. If you don't think that you got something in common with somebody who does country music, you're wrong, bro. Lil Nas X had no idea about country music. He literally bullshitted that entire song, Old Town Road. But it was so relatable.
Why did I just hear that shit today? That's
that
crazy.
it made it literally to the country Billboard Top 100.
You're lying.
I think he's like in the top 10 on the country Billboard music chart, and he got nominated for a country but the Country Music Association took it down because they said it wasn't country enough, and country artists are getting behind him, Lil Nas X, and hopping on remixes and promoting the song and saying, how is that not country enough? And they're promoting it. A guy who probably heard country music the night he recorded that song. Like, you hear what I'm saying to you? Like, music transcends everything, bro. Music really is such a powerful thing. Like, and it's amazing. Like, I love it. I'm so blessed that I've been able to do it and be as talented as I am with it. And I just want other people to be able to see, and hear what I have to offer the world. So,
if you had to go for 2019, what would it be?
For 2019, just bring a lot more awareness to who I am. I feel like even Valley-wise, like I feel like enough of the games, like I get it. Like I said before, there's so many talented artists out there, but I feel like I'm the one. And so for a lot of guys, like if this is your first time seeing me or hearing about me, just go check my page out, bro. I'm not dissing none of y'all, you know what I'm saying? But at some point in time, y'all got to put respect on my name. And y'all got to check me out and see what I have to offer and see what I bring to the table.
Let me know where they can follow you at, hear all your stuff at.
Yo, Instagram.
Give it to them.
Instagram, Twitter, at 6Tysixside. That's 6TYSIXSIDE. You can search 6Ty on YouTube. And I got a song, Lames, on iTunes right now. You can go check it out. 6Ty Lames with a Z instead of an S. Just something, you do to just jazz things up. But it's a dope song. And you can go cap that music video 3 on YouTube. So that's where it's at, bro.
There you go. Listen, your hosts, Dark Skin Poppy. Shout out to Just Jay, Just Jeff, Beats by D-Ref for giving us the fucking livest theme song we could have. 6Tys in the fucking building. Y'all keep it locked, matter of fact, because he's going to kill it with a dope-ass freestyle later.
Catch me when you catch me.
Fix your face, Jeff. It's VibeTv. We off it.
Turn me up, son.
Yeah.